Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, Homestead in the Desert. And yeah, I got all the totes unloaded yesterday, and that one right there is completely cleaned out already, because that's the one that my neighbor Patty wants, and it's ready to get delivered up to her next week. So I know she's out of town right now, but when she gets back, she's got a tote ready for her up there. All right, and I'll be taking the metal panels off of these also. I saved the metal for doing little metal projects around here, but there's really no need for them to be on there, so I take them off. All right, so today I got another load of pallets from my friend Don. And as you can see, a single load is what I can carry is 13 of them, and it's quite heavy. When I climb back up the hill through the Cajon Pass, normally I can hold 65 with the cruise control locked in, as long as no idiots cut in front of me just to hit the brakes. Or the worst ones, the ones I hate, are they have on the right side, they have a lane there just for slow trucks. Well, a slow truck will be in that lane, and a slower one catches up, or he catches up to a slower one in front of him, and then he just decides to, well, I'm a big guy, and he just pulls out, cuts right in front of you, and expects you to lock your brakes. Just really, I'm telling you, there are some idiots out there with the ability to get behind the wheel that shouldn't be out there. And that Cajon Pass is constantly, there's always accidents over there. So, I was just looking out the window a little while ago, and I saw a bird come out of here. So what he was doing in here, I don't know. Excuse me, I got Kermit in my throat for some reason. So I've been running my generator in the afternoons, because the gas that's in there has been in there for at least a year. And since our illustrious government has started putting additives to the gasoline, it no longer has a very good shelf life. So they require, if you're going to have it sitting for a while, to use a product called Stable. And you can put Stable in there for storage. They have it for storage or whatever, but they have three different brands of Stable, and you put it in there, and it's supposed to make your fuel last longer, but they do warn that it's not good for more than a year. So I burned all of that out of there, and then I went to get a reload of gasoline, and I have a 2.5 gallon plastic tank. Oh yeah, right there. You see where the green tape is on it. Well, I got the thing filled up with gasoline, and then all of a sudden I noticed there was a little stress crack right there at the bottom, and the gas was leaking. So I put a piece of tape over it after laying it on its side, so that there was an air bubble or an air pocket right where that leak was, and then propped it up in the back of my van so I could get it home. And then I pulled my gen out of the little cabinet I've got it in there, and poured that in there. So I've got half a tank in there, because the tank on that gen holds 5 gallons. So on my next trip, I'll have to look for a new 5 gallon gas can. And no, I can't use E85 in that gen. I have to use regular gasoline. So I did fill up my van with E85 today because I went down the hill to pick up those pallets. And that's nice because I'm I'm still paying too much for gasoline. There's no doubt about it. And these idiots in charge posted on Twitter, I think it was, that this administration is responsible for the biggest and fastest dip in gas prices in a decade. I can't believe somebody's going to buy that BS. They're responsible for the gas prices being up in the first place. So now that they're trying to say that they're responsible for the biggest dip in price, you idiots, give me a break. I did see a thing on TV that before this idiot got into office and shut down the pipeline, that gas in a lot of the states was only $1.89 a gallon. Can you imagine that? So I got some little cherry tomatoes out here in the Garden of Eden, but I've got something that's a tunneler. You see that big hole there, that big tunnel hole? And it was on this side the other day and I filled it. So now it's on this side. So I don't know what it is, but I think I'm going to, and it's strange, I'm not seeing a lot of the plants getting chewed up in here. So I don't know if it's a critter or if it's just lizards living underground and eating bugs that are out here. But something is definitely doing that damage to my unit. And everything looks a little dry here, so I think I'm going to get out here and give this thing a good soaking here as soon as I shut off this video. I've got some Concord grapes ready to eat right here. I like to see them a little darker than that. I got a batch there, a batch there, and a batch there, and a batch there. So I'm going to get to those and enjoy those. And this grapevine is finally taking off. It's enjoying itself. That's a good thing. All my trees in there are really getting too hot during the day because, like today, it was 109 degrees again. And inside of that greenhouse, even with the holes in the top and the doors open, it gets to 140 in there. Right now, I can see the thermometer on the other side is reading 110 in there. So yeah, it gets pretty hot in there. So my other tomato here is doing well. It looks like everything needs a really good soaking. So I'm going to shut this video off and then get to soaking this thing down. And these grapes are almost ready. Almost ready. There's a few clusters like that one up there that I could probably pick off and munch on. But they need to get a little bit fuller. And got myself another tomato here getting ready to go ripe for me. And going to enjoy some more tomatoes. I got another one over there. So that's it. I got to prune these tomato plants back too. Get a lot of the green off and send the energy to the tomatoes themselves. But not producing enough tomatoes. So that's telling me that I need more potassium. But something is really breaking down my soil and it's dropping very quickly. You can see, like, I had this, before I planted this year, I had that filled right up to the top. And it's down a good 7.5 inches right now. Pears are still doing fine. There's my pears. Yeah, they need to grow up a little bit too. Potassium is the thing that makes the fruit grow. Well, potassium and potash. So I got to get some fertilizer where the NPK, the N is very small number, and the PK is both fairly large numbers, and that'll get me producing more here. And maybe the heat wave will pass by and give me a little relief from all of this. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody. This is G-Bear reminding you, thumbs ups down there. Don't forget to subscribe and share. G-Bear signing off.